Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Fitness Podcast, your source for all things fitness. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at Ask Adam Torres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Wendy Ida on the line, and she's a best-selling author, a speaker, a fitness expert, TV host, and also CEO over at Wendy Ida Enterprises. Wendy, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Adam. Happy to be here.
Oh, thank you, and I am excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to talk about how to take back your fabulous, and you're the one that I want to talk to about that. So these classes and courses are awesome. I want to get into them, but before we do, I'd like to go a little bit further into your background. So tell us a little bit more about how you got started in your career.
So I am excited, really, to be where I am right now, but it wasn't so pretty getting started. I am actually on the West Coast right now, but I grew up on the East Coast, and I started out not knowing anything about the health and wellness area. I actually got married early, married into an abusive relationship, and was abused for 13 years. And I had 2 children out of that, and really didn't expect to survive, to live past the age of 43. I had low self-esteem. I was always sick and tired. I was overweight at the time, and I literally had to escape to save my life and my children's lives. So I ran from the East Coast all the way across the country to the West Coast, and we ran to start a new life. And I restarted my life around the age of 43, ironically, the age where I didn't think I was going to live to see. That's the age I actually began living for the very first time. So I sort of fell into it. After I got my life together, my children's lives together, I was like a scared little rabbit for probably, I was still a victim of domestic violence probably for 5 years following that, out of harm's way, but a victim in my own mind, and was just trying to get along, and decided to work out like Californians do. In the gym, people were going to the gym, then going to work, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, Adam. So I would go in there and do a little something, just still searching, still wondering what the heck I'm doing. And I met this person that I call my Earth Angel. He was a fitness professional and said, Wendy, you could be better. He's still my friend today, but at that time, he tells me today, you were like a scared little rabbit then, but he convinced me to work out with him. And he showed me some techniques, and I saw changes in my body. I decided at that point there was magic in what he was doing because I didn't believe any of it worked. I would have conversations with my sister that, oh, this is just the way it is when you get to be in your 40s. And we had all these old sad stories going. Well, this guy changed my mind. And I left my 20-year corporate accounting career behind, went into this area full force. I moonlighted with it a little bit, a couple of years while I was as a corporate accountant, but then finally left my accounting career behind, and that was at the age of 43. Started a new life. It changed my life, my career, my mindset, huge. And then I realized I had power and I could change things. So everything started evolving from there, and I started pushing the limits. At 57, I pushed more limits. I entered my first bodybuilding competition, won 3 top trophies. Now I'm an 8-time national champion. I wrote a couple of books called Take Back Your Life, and it's a bestseller. Then at 60, I pushed the limits even more, and that is when I became Guinness World Record holder twice, 2 times over. And I still hold that record. That was in 2012. So that was at 60. I was pushing the limits. I'm 68 now, and I'm still pushing limits, having a grand time, just treating life as though you have the power and you can do anything you want. And now my goal has been to help other women get that light turned on in their head.
Wow, what an amazing story and what an inspiration you are. I'm like sitting here blown away, like my jaw's dropping as you're going further and further down the story. I'm like, oh my gosh, unbelievable. So wow, that's absolutely amazing, number one. Number two, I think this is also a great transition into how you're helping other women and what you're doing. So let's talk a little bit more about your live coaching classes that you have going on. So how to take back your fabulous. Tell us more.
Well, I have a lot of online courses, but right now I'm doing, especially with this COVID happening, it hasn't stopped me. I haven't skipped a beat. I just got more creative and started doing more online. So right now I'm having 8-week classes that are very COVID affordable and very supportive because of not only my help, but other people in the class. It's a great, great support group that not only talks about how you can keep your body well physically, which involves nutrition and workouts. That's one part of it. But the deeper part of it is really what I like to talk about. And that's really starting off with how to condition your mind. I say mind fitness, because that's really what changed my life. And I like to really get into that. And what makes me different is that I like to focus on things that not only make your life better, but continue it for a long period of time. The longevity is what's really important, because I have so many people coming to me saying, Wendy, I tried this, that, and the other, and I keep going back, or I keep gaining weight, or I keep having these emotional issues that keep happening that stop me from getting to where I want to be. I said, okay, well, you can be better. And that's why we start and really go into the deeper issues of the mind. And that really sets the stage for how you walk in your fabulousness. That sets the stage on how you feel every single day. And people who are older, over 40, is where I generally focus first, because that's where they lose their way. After 40, so many issues come up. People are tired. Things that have haunted you in your earlier life, now the chickens have come home to roost, I like to say, and all injuries that you've had before, now they're really compounding you with health issues, hormonal issues, and all kinds of other emotional relationship issues have got you down. And so that's why I say this is really a support that really is empowering to women to know that they're not alone. And so we go through 8 weeks of that.
Tell us a little bit more about the program, because I know there's some people listening right now that are like, they're excited. So the way you're describing it, your background, I mean, who else would you want to learn from? And with your story, I mean, it's just going to be a great fit for, I think, a lot of people listening to this right now. So tell us a little bit more kind of about the nuts and bolts of the 8-week program and what the participants that can expect.
Okay. So this is for people who want real results that last, as I just mentioned. This is for people who have tried lots of diets and just can't keep the weight off. If you want to face your fears and learn how to eliminate the excuses, it's if you realize you don't want to go another day without feeling great about yourself. And this is what is happening throughout the 8 weeks. We start with mindset and lifestyle coaching. We go to goal setting and vision casting, which is very important. There's a reason why it's set up this way. Then we go into core body work and action plans, eating for a fabulous life. And then we tackle upper and lower body workouts with an action plan. And what's very important, this is a real deep thing that so many people need to have in order to make their wellness last for a lifetime. And I can tell you that I, at 68, and with 5 grandchildren, am walking my talk and have had it last so far, even through COVID time. Week 6, we go into confidence and raising your deserve level. Now, tell me that is not a huge subject. That is what stops a lot of people from reaching whatever they want in life because we don't have the confidence and we're afraid to risk it. We're in fear that we don't deserve it. And so that is just not so, and that is one of my favorite parts about this program. And week 7, we talk about increasing your energy level, feeling youthful, and getting your sexy back. Oh, yeah. No matter what age you are. And I talk to a lot of women who, after a certain age, you don't feel sexy anymore. You don't feel alive and energetic. Well, that is just not so. At 68, I'm bouncing off the walls and loving it.
That's awesome.
So I know, Adam, that it is possible. And then in week 8, we go into motivational secrets and long-term success and how to avoid the backslide. That is huge. That's all. Motivation and avoiding the backslide, motivational secrets also is what's in my book. For those who are not able to join us in the support groups and in the coaching, 8-week coaching classes. And motivation is what will give you longevity. Avoiding the backslide, all of these things I just talked about go deeper than the average bear. And that is what's really important. And a lot of people come to me and they go, I just want to go, they jump right to the physical. And that is not where I start because it is not lasting. And if that wasn't working for you before, then we got to do something else. And that's where I like to focus on that. Yeah.
This is so
with
good,
that,
Wendy.
I got bonuses that come with that and just a bunch of stuff that we just make it fun and interactive, and it's very experiential. And people love it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have a good time.
So Wendy, if somebody's listening to this and they want to follow up to learn about how to take back your fabulous or any of your other classes or your books or anything else, I mean, what's the best way for them to follow up and to connect with you and your brand?
So the best way is to go to my website. It's wendyida.com. It's wendyida.com. You can see my online courses there. You can see this 8-week program that I'm talking about right there under Work with Wendy. You can also send me an email, info@wendyida, very simple. I'm on all the social media channels under Wendy Ida or Wendy Ida Fitness, including YouTube, and I do a lot of videos there that help you with eating as well. And so it's sort of a short snippet on what's to come in my coaching groups. So
Fantastic.
We have a lot of fun.
Well, Wendy, really appreciate you coming on the show today and share more about your background and all the great work that you're doing to help your clients. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Fitness, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Wendy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again for coming on the show.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you much, Adam.